Hey, I think we should try and hide in the bathroom, behind a stall. Maybe wait until the place closes, suggested Stephen. But what if they check and make sure everyone is out of them before closing? I said. True, he replied. But wait a second. I remember seeing a picture of the staff-only room on Google. There were tons of boxes. We could hide behind... Hell, maybe even in one, Raymond asked. Okay, but what if all the boxes are gone? Plus the staff may see us walk in. I looked towards the order counter, only to see the majority of the staff members talking to each other. The other ones were distracted by watching the children and other duties they helped handle. Oh, fuck it, I whispered. Let's run for the staff room and try to hide in there. If they ask, we'll say that we don't have good English and thought that it led to another section of the building. Raymond and Stephen seemed to agree with that. No one's head was even pointed towards us. We darted fast, as quick as we could, to the room. We reached the door and stopped. I slowly turned the knob, pushing the door very slowly. Thankfully, no one was inside. I called for Raymond and Stephen to come in quickly, and as they did, Raymond closed the door behind him. We sure are retards for doing this, said Raymond. I gotta agree on that one, I replied. I see a box. Let's see if we can go inside, said Stephen. We slowly walked over. I started to record again, talking into the camera. We walked over as quietly as possible and hopped inside of it. I can't believe we're doing this. Guys, I have to whisper so that no one can hear us, I said into the camera. Stephen said, You really shouldn't talk too much. They still could hear us. He was right. I was still recording, and after having the camera on for a few more seconds, I finally turned it off once again. We would spend the next 2 hours sitting inside. As time went by, I texted a little bit, Snapchatted, checked my socials, etc. We were quiet the whole time, with the occasional whisper where we would say, Hey, look at this post, or something along the lines of that. 2 hours later, we were still in the box. And then we heard the door open. A pair of footsteps could be heard. I quietly hit record on my camera, not saying a word. I made a grin into the camera as the footsteps were heard. And eventually they stopped. Silence. My heart was pumping, and I could tell the other twos were too. After the silence, the person began to maybe press buttons. Supposedly, he was turning off the animatronics. The control desk had to have a turn-off button. We continued to sit, quiet as can be, until we heard footsteps again going to the left. They stopped. Controlling my breathing was more of a challenge than you'd expect. I could hear a lever being pulled down. Stay calm, I told myself. Stay calm. And I was beginning to calm down. There was a zap. The large electrical shock startled me. I heard it to the far left outside of the box. My breathing was heavier. I wasn't calm. Not at all. Chill, I told myself. No, it was too much. Nothing could control me. I was scared. I was worried. I covered my mouth with my hand. I could see Stephen doing it too. As I attempted to silence myself, I heard something. It had a sound that resembled which of a machine or a computer booting up. Not shutting down, but booting up. This made no sense. It was coming from the far left, after all. There's something over there that I didn't see, that Raymond didn't see, that Stephen didn't see. Something none of us had seen. heard laughter outside the box. The voice sounded like a man in his late 30s. It was very dim, but easy to make out. "Gonna get," he said. I couldn't make out the last word. I was still panicking, hand over my mouth. I then heard the beeping and pressing of several more buttons. "Make it stop," I said within my mind. "Please, please." I heard one more button get pressed. Then the footsteps went to my right. I heard the door open, and then shut. I breathed a sigh of relief. "Holy crap, guys," I said into the camera. Someone just walked in. I was like so scared right there. It was like a fucking shock or something. "Dude, that was terrifying," said Steven. "I think I just shit myself," said Raymond. "My God, that was terrifying," I said, with a slight laughter in my voice. I talked a bit more. 10 minutes had passed. I stopped recording 9 minutes ago, and nothing much had happened. That's until we heard a flick from outside the room. "I swear they just turned off the lights," said Steven. "I think they did," replied Raymond. I decided to get out the camera and tell the audience the lights were turned off. I got it from my lap and hit record. "Alright guys, so they just turned off the lights, so we might try to get out of the box. Maybe walk around," I said. "We should wait a little bit longer, just to make sure," said Steven. Yeah, bro, you're right," I agreed. I stopped recording. "I'm honestly really scared," said Raymond. "Should be." "Dude, we, got those creepy animatronics out there. It's just so dark, man," I replied. We waited a little bit longer, maybe 20 more minutes. After that, I asked again, "Think we should get out?" "Yeah," replied Steven. "We gotta have some big balls to do this," said Raymond, and I started recording again. "Okay guys, we're about to get out of the box, maybe walk around a little bit. Guys, all the lights are literally off, just that moment when you have no clue what to say," said Steven, along with a chuckle at the end. We got out. As we ready to walk back, I looked behind me. "Holy shit!" I screamed. "What the fuck?" I saw something horrifying. Behind me, I saw an animatronic on a small platform about an inch from the wall of the back of the room. It was black, and had gray spots on its arms. It had a beak and apparently a shell on its back. It had glowing cyan eyes. They blinked over and over again. The thing was shaking around as sparks flew from its body. Lights from electricity flickered around it. It was fucking Frankenstein all over again. It just kept shaking until it happened. It lifted its head up. "What the fuck?" shouted Raymond. "Holy shit!" shouted Steven. "We gotta get the fuck out of here. What is that?" "Leave! Shut the door!" I shouted. We darted out as if a psychopathic killer appeared from the darkness. Raymond and Steven were breathing heavily. I slammed the door behind us. "Guys, it looked at me," I told them. "What the fuck was that? What the fuck was that?" "Dude, I ain't tolerating this shit. We have to leave it now," said Steven. "What the fuck is this place?" "Come on, let's go," I told them. As we began to run for the door, Raymond yelled, "Guys, stop! Wait!" We were a little frustrated. We just wanted to get out. "What?" said Steven in a panicked voice. "We can't just leave yet," said Raymond. What did you not see that? Did you not see that? We gotta fucking leave. Now. This place is messed up, replied Stephen. I agree, I said after that. But come on, guys, if we caught that on video, think of everything else we could see. Like, no way. We are leaving now. Raymond, I can't believe you'd consider staying in this hellhole, said Stephen. Please, come on. That scared me too. I don't even know what sorcery is going on here, but I mean, think about it. If more spooky things occur, we easily could just get out. So, dude, unless you think that the thing's going to break out of that room and kill us, I say we stay here. If stuff goes wrong, we get out of here. I mean, look at where we've got so far. I mean, we even broke into a staff-only room, bro. Stephen and I thought over the muffled sounds of electrical sparks flying from the animatronic. We glanced at each other and rolled our eyes. Fuck it, I said. Fuck it, he's right. But you know, let's just stay out of that room. Raymond smiled a bit. I never said we had to go back in there. I pulled out the camera and started recording again. Guys, holy crap, that was insane. I have no clue what was going on. Holy crap. That was so scary, I said at the camera. Hope you enjoyed meeting my ex, said Stephen. Raymond laughed, and I followed suit. I stopped recording. I walked forward and started recording again. Guys, take a look around. All the lights are turned off. Everyone's gone. It's just us. I panned around, walking towards the stage on the blue and black wave-style rug. I quickly glanced over to where we sat earlier, moving the camera along with me. We were just sitting here earlier, I said, and kept walking towards the stage. I glanced over at the arcade. Arcade's empty, I said. I kept walking. Almost there. And then I saw them. Maury. Sammy. Found his name on the restaurant's website. Fraser. All there, standing before me. They were turned off. All the joy, excitement, optimism, maybe even hatred that they had brought to people earlier today has been shut off. No lights, no music, no power, nothing. They all just stood there, blankly staring into space, outside the window. The red curtains, surprisingly, were open. They look so creepy, guys. I mean, look at this. Especially when you're up close, I told the audience.